Your snake plant was thriving just a few days ago. Tall leaves, deep green color, perfect shape. But suddenly the leaves are turning yellow, bending over and feeling soft or mushy. You touch the soil and it's soaking wet. That's when panic hits. Did I kill my snake plant? Here's the scary truth. Overwatering is the #1 reason snake plants die indoors. Most people think they're helping their plants by watering more often, but snake plants are actually desert-style plants that hate sitting in wet soil. Too much water can suffocate the roots, trigger root rot, and destroy the plant from the inside out. But don't throw your plant away yet. The good news is that snake plants are extremely tough survivors. Even badly overwatered plants can often recover if you act quickly and follow the right rescue steps. In this video, you'll learn the exact 4-step emergency recovery method plant lovers use to save dying snake plants fast. You'll discover how to identify dangerous overwatering symptoms, how to stop root rot before it spreads, the best soil mix for recovery. The biggest watering mistake most plant owners make: some snake plants can bounce back in just a few weeks if treated properly. So before your plant completely collapses, watch this entire guide carefully, because step number 2 could make the difference between saving your snake plant or losing it forever. Let's rescue your plant starting right now. Number 1. Stop watering immediately. The first and most important thing you must do is stop watering your snake plant immediately. This sounds simple, but many plant owners make the mistake of continuing to water because they believe the plant looks dry or unhealthy. In reality, the damage is usually happening beneath the soil where the roots are drowning. Snake plants are succulent-type plants that naturally store water in their thick leaves and underground rhizomes. Because they hold moisture for long periods, they don't need frequent watering like tropical houseplants. When the soil stays wet for too long, oxygen disappears around the roots. Without oxygen, the roots begin to rot, and harmful fungi start spreading through the plant. The warning signs of overwatering are usually easy to spot if you know what to look for. Common symptoms include yellow leaves, soft or mushy leaf bases, wrinkled leaves, drooping foliage, brown spots, foul smells from the soil, constantly wet potting mix. Once you notice these symptoms, move the plant to a brighter location with indirect sunlight and good airflow. Bright light helps the soil dry faster while encouraging healthier growth. However, avoid placing the stressed plant under harsh direct sunlight because damaged leaves can burn easily. Now comes the hard part: patience. Do not water the plant again until the soil is completely dry from top to bottom. Don't just check the surface. Deeper layers may still be soaking wet. You can use your finger, a wooden chopstick, or a moisture meter to test the soil properly. Depending on your climate, pot size, and humidity, drying may take 1 to 3 weeks. During this time, your snake plant may still look weak, but giving the roots time to breathe is essential for recovery. Sometimes, if the overwatering was mild, simply stopping water and allowing the soil to dry can completely save the plant without further treatment. Number 2. Remove the plant and inspect the roots if your snake plant continues looking weak after the soil dries. The next step is checking the roots. This is one of the most important parts of saving an overwatered snake plant, because root rot spreads silently, underground before most people even notice there's a problem. Start by gently removing the plant from its pot. Turn the container sideways and slowly slide the root ball out while supporting the leaves with your hand. If the soil is extremely wet, muddy, or smells rotten, that's already a strong sign of trouble. Healthy snake plant roots should look firm, thick white. Cream or pale orange dry or slightly moist rotten roots look completely different. You may notice black or dark brown roots, mushy texture, slimy coating, bad odor, roots falling apart when touched. These rotten sections cannot recover and must be removed immediately, using clean scissors or sterilized pruning shears. Carefully cut away every damaged root you can find. Don't be afraid to remove heavily infected sections. Leaving even a small amount of rot behind can continue spreading disease through the healthy roots. Next, inspect the base of the leaves and rhizomes. If any leaves feel soft, translucent, or mushy near the bottom, remove those too. Healthy tissue is firm and solid. Rotten tissue feels wet and weak. After trimming, allow the plant to air dry for several hours or even overnight. This step is extremely important because it helps the fresh cuts callus over before repotting. Drying reduces fungal infections and gives the plant a better chance to recover. Many people skip this drying step and immediately place the plant back into wet soil, which often causes the rot to return even faster. If your snake plant still has some healthy roots and firm leaves remaining, there's a very good chance it can survive. Snake plants are incredibly resilient and often recover from serious damage when treated early. Number 3. Repot into dry. Fast draining soil after removing the rotten roots? Your snake plant needs a completely fresh environment to recover properly. Using the same soggy soil again is one of the biggest mistakes plant owners make after overwatering. Snake plants absolutely hate heavy, compact soil that traps moisture around the roots. In nature, these plants grow in dry environments with sandy, fast-draining ground. Indoors, they need a soil mix that dries quickly and allows airflow around the roots. The best recovery soil usually includes cactus or succulent mix, perlite coarse sand, orchid bark or pumice. These ingredients create air pockets that help prevent future root rot. Choosing the right pot is also critical. Always use a container with drainage holes at the bottom so excess water can escape. Terracotta pots are especially helpful because they naturally absorb moisture from the soil, helping the mix dry faster. Avoid decorative pots without drainage because trapped water is often what kills snake plants in the first place. When repotting, use completely dry soil. Place the plant at the same depth as before. Avoid packing the soil too tightly. Keep the plant stable and upright. One of the hardest things for plant owners is resisting the urge to water immediately after repotting. But damaged roots need time to heal first. Watering too soon can restart the entire rot process again. Instead, wait several days before lightly watering the plant. During this recovery period, place the snake plant in bright indirect light with good airflow. You may notice some older leaves continue yellowing even after repotting. That's normal. The plant is redirecting energy toward rebuilding healthier roots underground. With proper soil and drainage, many snake plants begin showing signs of recovery within a few weeks. New, upright growth is often the first signal that the rescue worked successfully. Number 4. Fix your watering routine. Forever saving your snake plant is important, but preventing future overwatering is what truly keeps it healthy long-term. Most snake plants die not because owners ignore them, but because they care too much. People often water on a fixed schedule instead of checking whether the plant actually needs water. Snake plants prefer dry conditions and can survive drought far better than excess moisture. The key rule is simple. Only water when the soil is fully dry. Before watering, always test the soil first. Push your finger several inches deep into the potting mix. If any moisture remains, wait longer. You can also use a wooden stick or moisture meter for more accurate checking. Seasonal changes matter too. During winter, snake plants grow much slower and need far less water. Many indoor snake plants only require watering once every 3 to 6 weeks during cooler months. Lighting also affects watering frequency. Plants in low light use less water and stay wet longer. Snake plants placed near bright windows usually dry faster than plants sitting in darker corners. Here are some simple habits that prevent overwatering. Always use pots with drainage holes. Empty excess water from saucers. Avoid misting the leaves. Never water on a strict calendar schedule. Use fast-draining succulent soil. Reduce watering during winter. Remember, healthy snake plants actually thrive when slightly neglected. Their roots prefer periods of dryness between watering cycles. Once you develop better watering habits, your snake plant becomes one of the easiest and toughest indoor plants to care for. Many healthy snake plants can live for years and even decades, with very minimal maintenance. Learning proper watering techniques not only saves this plant, but can completely transform the way you care for all your indoor plants moving forward. Overwatering may be the most common snake plant problem, but now you know exactly how to fight back before it's too late. Let's quickly remember the 4 life-saving rescue steps. Stop watering immediately. Inspect and trim rotten roots. Repot into dry, fast-draining soil. Fix your watering habits permanently. These simple steps can mean the difference between a dying plant and a full recovery. And remember, snake plants are survivors. Even if your plant looks weak right now, don't give up too early. With patience, proper care, and better watering habits, your snake plant can grow back healthier, stronger, and greener than ever before. If this video helped you save your plant, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more indoor plant care tips, and share this video with another plant lover who might be accidentally overwatering their plants right now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next plant care guide.